I was having some big thoughts this morning, and everybody talks about how there's a global crisis of low birth rate. In Korea, the 4B movement, women are refusing to have anything to do with men. And many parts of the world, in Europe and in America, there's a declining birth rate because women realize that it's a bad bargain for them. Women realize that to do all that labor, to put their health on the line to have a baby, and to do all that labor, having the baby, keeping the baby alive, all that caretaking, which hurts them economically because they can't make money in the workforce while they're doing that, and it makes them dependent on the man in their life. Why? I mean, this is a radical idea, but we should pay women to have babies. And if you think about it, how matriarchy operates is under matriarchies, which we naturally are matriarchal, because the women create all the life, the women have all the babies. They didn't even know who the fathers were for like 200 and 85,000 years. Nobody even knew who the father was. So the women created the life. They raised the children communally. They did all work. They did hunting, they did gathering, they built infrastructure. I mean, the men talk on and on about infrastructure. Women did everything to keep their babies alive and keep the community going. But the women, under matriarchy, the women control the resources. Women make the laws, women control the resources, because that's what makes sense, because raising children is very resource dependent. Anybody that has children knows that. It takes a lot of time, effort, and resources to successfully raise children. And myself, I did 110 hours of unpaid labor a week raising my children. And the thing is, it's a huge number. It's a huge number, and we ask women through, since patriarchy's been established, we ask women to do all that labor for free, whereas men, like in a lot of jobs that people have, don't really benefit the world. We know that. There's jobs that create pollution. There's jobs that are just built on pyramid schemes and scams. There's jobs that hurt people. And under capitalism, that's all compensated, like whatever, like some man decides to do to hurt people or put money in his pocket, that's all okay. See, patriarchy only cares about the money going to the man. And the most important work that anybody can do is successfully raising the next generation. Because if you don't have a next generation, the world ends. There's no life. There's no need for the infrastructure that men are always talking about. So why don't we pay women who do the most important work? Why don't we pay women, compensate women for all their labor? And, take it from the billionaires, take it from, men that are doing crappy jobs. And anyway, this is my radical thought, that women should be paid. Anywhere in the world. It would lift women out of poverty. It would lift children out of poverty. Children could be raised in safety and security. Like, what's so bad about that? But see, patriarchy doesn't care about the safety and security of children. If it did, or women, if it did, we wouldn't have wars, we wouldn't have genocide, we wouldn't have rape, we wouldn't have slavery, we wouldn't have children working in mines, we wouldn't have exploited children and abused women. If patriarchy cared about provide and protect, but it doesn't. Patriarchy has never cared about providing and protecting. It only cares about the money and the power and the control going in the man's pocket. And then he can control as he sees fit, which is not fit.